Before ako mag-share ng more content sa inyo regarding my so-called journey to space as I vie for a seat in Blue Origin's New Shepard through Space, gusto ko lang sana munang magpakilala sa inyo. So, hi! I'm Dona Marabe. I'm a 23-year-old Filipina, and one of my life goals is to become an astronaut. Now, some of you might already know this, but I graduated from Philippine Science High School main campus, and ito yung tinatawag ng mga tao na Trinoma branch sa QC. Medyo mas onti yung nakakaalam na ito about me, pero actually waitlist ako sa PSI. And this just means na at the time, I found out that I passed long after most of my friends in St. Scholastica's Academy Marikina found out that they passed kasi di ako original passer. Now, this led me to wanting to prove myself over and over again, and it led me to struggling my first year, lalo na sa math. Dumating sa point na nagpapatutor ako and halos every night ako nagpupuyat para lang mag-aral and mag-keep up. But thankfully, eventually, I fell in love with it all. I fell in love with physics, with engineering, with research, and now I found myself in De La Salle University, Manila. I have been studying under the BSMS in Mechanical Engineering program for 4 years now as a star scholar. 1 year na lang to go, and puro thesis na lang din yung inaatupag ko as of now. This course, it means that I'm taking both bachelor's and master's of science at the same time. So as expected, medyo overloaded talaga halos every term. And sa totoo lang, nakakapagod siya. Yung pagiging star scholar naman, it just means that at the time, in 2021, I was part of the top 15 student applicants and medyo pinalad lang din at the time. Now at this point in my life, I have been a scholar for over a decade. And it is difficult. It comes with expectations, with pressure. Pero all I can say about it all is that I'm thankful. Because a lot of things in my life, a lot of things in this room, and countless unforgettable opportunities and experiences wouldn't have been possible if I weren't a scholar. And isa na dun is yung exchange program ko for about 6 months in France, where I was able to study under French professors and interact with companies like Airbus and study a lot of things in mechanical engineering even before I learned them in class in DLSU. And it really is just one of the experiences that I will forever be grateful for, kasi yun din yung nag-remind sa akin of my passion for space, and it led me to become the first volunteer intern in the Philippine Space Agency. More recently, I had the privilege of leading the Pioneer rocketry team in the LSU, and we successfully launched a rocket and the CAN satellite in the Indiana Aerospace University National CanSat and Rocket Competition 2025. All of these experiences have their own stories, so unfortunately, I will be sharing them more in separate videos because I will have a lot of things to yap about regarding them. But for now, I want to share bakit ko nga ba gusto maging astronaut in the first place. Well, the start is simple. Actually, nung una, gusto kong maging pilot kasi narinig ko na mataas yung sahod and you get to travel. But eventually, nalaman ko na may height requirement pala siya. And sabihin na lang natin na hindi ko abot yung height requirement na yun. So, I looked adjacent pathways. Ano ba talaga yung pwede kong ma-achieve? And I found out that being an astronaut is ideal for shorter people in some sense. Kasi being short means that you entail less resources. And at that point, nagbago yung pangarap ko. It's a little higher, a little bigger, a little scarier. But it gave me a glimmer of hope. Dreaming big is already hard in the first place. But being a woman in STEM, it comes with additional challenges, let's just say that. Even in a classroom of 30 to 35 people, mga 5-6 lang usually yung mga babae, especially in mechanical engineering. And sometimes, you encounter peers who question your credibility or question if your dreams are worth dreaming in the first place because they seem too far-fetched. But the thing about me is, at some point, I'm considerably stubborn. So when people say it's not rocket science, sa totoo lang, yun yung gusto kong gawin. I want to bring rockets to space. I want to be in space. Because I feel like that's the point of dreaming. Dreams are supposed to be bigger than life. And I believe that it just takes perseverance, grit, and curiosity to reach these things. And that's the point. Now, one of my other reasons for wanting to become an astronaut is one of the last films that I watched with my mom before she passed away is A Million Miles Away. This is the story of the first Hispanic astronaut under NASA, And at the time, she said na maybe someday that could be me too. Now that's just one of my promises to my mom and one of the reasons why I want to become an astronaut. But I do recognize that being an astronaut is no mean feat. And it's bigger than me, it's bigger than my personal experiences. Being the first Filipino astronaut means securing our space in space and showing other people na kahit gaano pa kataas yung pangarap mo, basta pinaghirapan mo siya, maybe it can be possible. Now I do recognize that I'm still in the initial stages of making a name for myself and leaving an impact in the space industry. But I hope that these small steps could maybe one day become a giant leap for the Filipino people. So, see you next time!